Hello, I'm Mindfiend and welcome to Minecraft Extra. This is the first episode in what will be, an occasional series. Just every now and again, an extra Minecraft video of some sort, and it will go here. I'd like to say hello. There's me in my rather spiffy steampunk outfit. And if you can recognise this place, I'm actually standing in Gnarlo's nether domes on the Brofort. Let me see if I can get back to first person. Yes. Okay. Right. And this is the Brofort. It's like a hub in the nether. If you head off down that way, you go to Keeber's lands. If you head this way through the nether domes, these lovely nether domes, you go to Gnarlo's lands. And heading down this way, you're heading for Elf Country. That's where Dwenden lives, down that direction. And this was what was here when I joined Brofort. Oh, just 1 second, I'll have to answer the telephone. And I'm back, sorry about that. Right, yes, this is the Brofort that was built just before I joined. And they was just working on this. Do you mind? You would do that when I haven't got a board, wouldn't you? You swine. But it's out in the middle of a lava ocean. Go away. So, you've got the bros directions. We all set off in a direction, so that left me with this direction. Now, I built across there to begin with, but since then, I built this minecart track. Built it on the 28th of April 2012. So it's going back quite a while now. Just drop down. And as you can see, it's beneath the lava lake. I came down here, I took a fire resistance potion, and I swam in lava. And it was one of the most unpleasant experiences I've ever had in Minecraft, building beneath the lava with a lava potion. Oh, it's so difficult to see and it's such a pain. But anyway, I built the track. So I'm going to take you over now to where I live on Brocraft. Just turn the sound down a little bit. And this is the format I like for my tunnels, my nether tunnels. I like them to be 5 wide and form nice patterns right past the lava lake. I originally, when I first started, I made an initial base on Brocraft, and that's going to come up here on the left in a minute. I didn't stay there very long, just stayed there for a couple of months. I'll come past it slowly here now. Through there, it's a bit stripped out and destroyed now because I moved further on. I found an ocean and I wanted to build a mob system, so I built the nether rail further and further out. As you can see, it's a lovely ride. Takes about a minute and a half, I think, something like that, all the way. We've built thousands and thousands of blocks worth of nether track on Brocraft. This is just one of them. I've got one that goes off to a witch farm. I've got one that goes off further north to where it used to go, that from that direction goes up to the wither farm and everything. Okay, just put that back in there. Turn the sound back. We'll have it about there. And here I've got, this is what goes off to the witch farm. That goes down that way and off a couple of thousand blocks in that direction off to the witch farm. I've got nether wart a nether wart farm here, built on the 17th of April 2012, and this is a large farm. Supplies plenty of my needs. I built a programmable enchanting room back in April too when I was working here, and it was one where you used to be able to work. I don't think they work anymore. Had all the information for the different programming of the enchantment levels. That's when you had to enchant to level 50. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore properly, unfortunately now. But it did take the one of the updates broke it. It did take the bookshelves down and up, and you could configure how many you had. And that's there because down here is a very ghetto blaze farm. The blaze come down through here, kill them. Don't think. Yeah, it's not active at the moment now. But I found this nether fort and I built from here. I use this as the means to get out. That way it goes to two other portals I've got. I've got one to a frozen biome where I do make ice, and another one to a village which I might take you to later on. But this brings you to the hive. This is under construction. This is a new way to the wither farm, and this is under construction at the moment. So the first thing you'll notice, I come out into the nether, from the nether into the nether. And this is a big sphere. It's the nether sphere. I built this. When did I build this? The nether biosphere, 14th of May 2012. Mindfiend welcomes you to the hive. The hive, that's just a little water closet in case I need water. And my bedroom is here. The hive itself was a mob system I built because we found this huge ocean. I don't know. I don't know whether it was before ocean biomes were put in. No, I think ocean biomes had just been put in. I think maybe. No, I can't say to that. It probably was an ocean biome. But I found this huge water, and I wanted to build the mob system. Now this is like my main place. This is the workshop. I spend quite a bit of time here doing different things, smelting mostly, as you can see. I have a huge bank of furnaces here. 16, 20, 18, 20, 24, 28 furnaces there, and there's another 4 here, another 6 here if I need them, because I do tend to work a lot. This is a drop shoot for slime balls. I very rarely have this actually operational. I take them to where I call the slime hub, but I can redirect them to here, so I can collect them from here when I'm here if I want to. As you can see, I've got chests. That's empty at the moment, but my coal, I've been using Silk Touch to gather coal. I did tell you I love coal, didn't I? Well, I do. I really, really do. I love my coal. So I use Silk Touch to gather it whenever I can, and then I fortune it up to get more coal out of it. I have different storage things. I've still got some ender pearls. Yes, I've still got some ender pearls. I actually very rarely use them. I wish I used them more actually. If I got in my ender chest. Oh, at the moment I'm working on. Managed to get an efficiency 5 book. Did that last night. I worked that up from I had a lot of efficiency 1 enchanted books, so I just bound them all together until eventually I got efficiency 5. And then breaking. I'm going to put that onto this bow, I think. Unbreaking onto this bow, because I had a lot of gear and I lost it in the nether hub. I came back from Dwenden's base on a minecart, and minecarts have changed slightly now, so that you don't, like, when you get out of them, it pops you out a couple of blocks to either side. And unfortunately it popped me out on the other side of the wall and just fell straight into the lava. I lost an efficiency 5 axe that I've been using. Actually, let me take that. No, I'll leave it. I'll just take this for the moment, because that'll do. I'll remember that. Now, the hive itself. I'll still show you here first of all. Here's my precious stuff. Oh, my iron. I love my iron. I've got a fair few bits of it, but I've used up all my minecart rail. Not got a lot of gold left at the moment. Emeralds. I have more emeralds than I expected, actually. I didn't realise I had so many. And diamond. I'm doing alright for diamond, but of course remember this isn't like, you know, just something spawned in. This is 2 years worth of work, because on the 1st of March, I think it will be 2 years since I joined. I think I joined the 1st of March 2012. Yeah, I joined the 1st of March 2012, so it'll be 2 years, so this is like a celebration of that. Now this is my workshop, and all these floors that you see are 4 blocks thick. Try to remember that. They are 4 blocks of cobble thick. And that's so that, you know, when you first load into a server, you tend to drop a bit, and I used to hate that. So I made sure it's very solid here. So every floor you see, every block you can see, is worth 4. Because that's just something to remember as we're walking around. Now I'll take you over here first of all. The farms. Some of the farms. This is my pumpkin farm. I harvested it last night. I went round and did a load of harvesting last night, so unfortunately everything's not grown. I added a melon section to it on... Wow, is it back in June 2012 I added the melons? And that harvests the same way. Let me just collect these back. So, as you can see, at the time when I first built this, I was obsessed with jack-o'-lanterns. I like the jack-o'-lantern lighting, and this hive has nowhere that is not well lit. There is no possible place for... Wow, I only got 1 stack out of that. I really didn't get a lot out of it, because it's usually grown. As you can see, I harvested all my wheat. Each one of those is 64 long. Just let me show you. There's 64 blocks long each wheat aisle, so I just run along, punching away, harvesting the wheat, and I get enough for a full stack of bread and an extra 64 left. This is my melons. The melons are all kept, but I don't use a great deal. My reed, I just simply run along harvesting it. But like I say, I did just harvest everything really just before I logged off last night, so it's not grown back now at the moment. I'll just stick that in there for the time being, because the reeds, I've got all paper. This was for books. I need to make some leather for it, and bookcases. I was making bookcases. I've used all those up. My sugar, my reeds are full. I'm full of seeds, wheat, and there's bread for when Gnarlo comes over. which way should I show you? I'll show you in here. This is my music room. I've got discs for all the music discs I've collected over the years, and I did used to spend the time. Shut up! I'm talking. I'll have to come out here. I've got all the music discs, every single one with a description of what they are: Strands of Tropical Synth, Ward, Funeral March, and Upbeat Dark Adventure. I really like Ward. I like Ward. This here was a dance floor, and it did used to work, but again an update broke it, and I've never got round to fixing it, and all the patterns would flash and change and you could dance around the stripper pole. But let me come out of here because they're getting very noisy. Now if you want to know what they are from the hive. This is what the hive is about. I will turn the sound really low down, just for going up there. Come up to the hive. Here's another enchanting room, the enchanting room I use at the hive. Right. You are now entering the mob farm. Use extreme caution. Danger mob glitching out is possible. Please remove all lag before entering. Now, I'll show you afterwards what the hive is, but this is what it's there for. Now this is naturally generated mobs. There's a witch there. So what have I got? Smite. I'll use this. And they are actually, most of them are able. Should be able to punch most of them to death. Single hit. They've fallen so far. They're a single hit, but of course zombies have armour on, and zombies can summon in. Let's see if we can get that witch. Come here, you. But they fall quite fast and regular. They're all standing on hoppers, so any loot is taken away by the hopper, anything that doesn't get in. Before I put the hoppers in, before hoppers were added to the game, I used to have to just collect the loot, and I'd stash it away, as you can see. Who's been putting cobble and Gnarlo? That's Gnarlo. Gunpowder. I'm alright for gunpowder and bows. I collected the bows and things. But what happens is whenever any loot is collected, it's collected to this chest, which is then fed down to a hopper and taken away. These are all other loots that you can get. Now I'll show you how the hive works later. You can come down this way, and all that loot now that it drops comes down here. It's belt fed down here. I built this in September last year. It belt feeds down into these chests now, and I separate out, auto separate out what I want. Arrows come to this side, bones come to this side, gunpowder. Over here I have the rotten flesh accumulating, and then over here is where what I consider junk goes. Now obviously redstone is not junk, and glowstone won't be, but witches have only just recently come in, and I've not got around to putting in an auto sorter for the redstone and thing, because we actually have a witch farm on here. But I can, if I don't want this stuff and I want to get rid of it, I can just set the disposal going and it throws it all out onto the cactus for anything I don't want. But I store it here first so I can come and check it, see what's available. Nothing there. Nothing I want. All junk. And the way this works, I can still get it up. As you can see, there's a belt feed of hoppers. I wouldn't do it this way in future. I'd do it with mine carts, but I've got a row of hoppers coming around and then filtering off. Arrows get filtered off here, bones get filtered off this way, so forth. Rotten flesh goes out, and then the gunpowder. It all comes round. That's the outside of the nether sphere. And that thing up there is the hive. That's the spawning ground for them, but we'll get to that. Yeah, so that's where all the even more hoppers back here coming all down, feeding in. And all the iron you see here is all iron that has been mined. I don't have an iron farm. I don't farm iron golems. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Too cruel. Too cruel. Now this is the slime hub. I mentioned that the slime get fed round to the work room. Well, they also come here. They come up from a slime farm when I'm around here, and they drop from there. Does that say when I built it? 1st of May. They get melted down, the slime, until they're all single tiny slimes. Then they get fed along a great big long conveyor belt of water, an aqueduct, and they fall here and they die here. And I can put the slime balls in these chests. Yeah, we're working on that one now. This used to be a seed and flower farm before they were broken. They got broken. It used to be seed and flower farm. I used to switch the lights off and then spam bone meal on here, and seeds and flowers would grow. Then I'd flick a switch and it would fall down a chute here, and I'd be able to get all the seeds and flowers. Have I used them? I've still got some. But it got broken. So now just storing pigs, and I'm storing a couple of horses. Hiya, Hook. You doing okay? You doing okay, buddy? The horses are a new addition. They come out to this bridle path. This bridle path, you'll not believe how long. It takes 11 minutes on a horse to ride it. On a horse, it will take you 11 minutes to go the whole distance. It's several thousand blocks long. Huge it is. And it's the same. It's got it's 5 blocks across with 2 on the other side. So 7 blocks of cobble, then a layer of gravel down the sides, and dirt and fences the whole way. Huge. This tube here you can see, that is the aqueduct for the little baby slimes to come along. They come up out of a farm down in the ocean down there, and above an ocean here. They come out of the ground from a farm. I built a purpose-built farm. They come up along the slime tube and down and drop down. But that's the nether ball, nether biosphere. Here is the multicoloured sheep farm, a rainbow sheep farm. I have a sign here. Yeah, rainbow sheep farm, built in October 2012, where I can shear any. Have I got any shears in there? I have, yeah. Just come along and shear them however I want. If I want specific colours, or just want to go around and get them all. And it's designed with high efficiency to get the grass back. Excuse me. So let's put that away. I've got all the colours of the sheep here. Through here, on this section is the bulk sheep farm. If I want red wool, and before all these are from before you could actually make carpets. Before there was a recipe for carpet, so I just made my own carpets. And remember, every block you see, there's 4 blocks deep. The platforms. This, you can just run around in here, and it's a very high efficiency sheep farm. There's channels. Actually, I can knock one out there and show you. There's channels of grass under there to help reseed the grass. It grows very quickly, and you can gather a lot of grass very, very quickly here. The bridle path is just disappearing off into the distance. Might take a run along there at the end, we'll see. Oops. We'll start at this end of the farm, I suppose. This is one of the newest areas. This is for the dark oak trees. Those things grow ridiculously quick. Ridiculously quick. I have a set of chests for the logs, set of chests for the planks, for the saplings, for the leaves. I just harvest these when I want. This has just been recently built, and here's the guest bedroom. When did I build it? January, 6th of January I built this, 2014. We'll come down here. Now actually, there you can see what I mean. You see how I say everything's 4 blocks deep? Everything you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Everywhere. Still under construction because there's so much to do. And here's my carrot farm and my potato farm. And I harvest these just the same way as I harvest the wheat. It's my standard greenhouse. This is what I normally build. This is what I so wish I built in my LP. Because it's the best way. The plants grow quickest in a row like this. They go much quicker than if you plant them in a patch, in a square patch. Then I can just go back and plant them like that. But I'll put these away and I'll do that at a later time. Oops, no room there. They'll go up there. This is my tree farm. This was built way back when trees wouldn't grow side by side. You had to leave enough space for them to grow. At the moment I'm growing acacia in here. Acacia's a new addition, of course, so I've only got a bit of it going on at the moment. But I've got, here's the oak section, everything from oak. Leaves, apples, saplings, planks, logs. And here's just like a quick place for me to come and get general stuff if I need to. But there's about, I would say there's about 84 trees in this tree farm. So I can come along here. There's for spruce. Here's for birch. Over there's jungle. I can come through this way back to the dark oak section. And there you can see the hive, how tall the hive is. The hive itself is a very, very big place. I'll explain the hive after. Here's one of the paths I use the most often. This little sneak underneath the hive. Here's the mushroom farm with some mycelium, and I just plant it and just let them seed out and harvest just a little now and again. That goes all the way down there, and then I bring them back and I put them in here for if ever I want mushrooms. And I can come up this way round past the melon farm and back into the mob farm here. Hi guys. Oh, which is healing itself because it fell and damaged itself. Everything in here is a one-hit kill, like I say, apart from zombies because of their armor protection. You can just kill them with a punch. The other night, Gnarlo had the idea of putting the signs up so we know what levels to enchant at. So the best place to enchant for an Unbreaking 3 on a book is level 24, and you've got a 10.3% chance of getting one. You want Silk Touch on a book, level 17 is the best level to enchant at, but you've only got a 1.1% chance. Fortune, you need to be level 30, and you've only got a 0.4% chance of getting Fortune 3. So, now, coming round and up to the Gentleman's Club here now. I'll give you a look out over the hive here. Look, as you can see, it's quite a big place. We've still got a lot to see. Now you'll see why I hate bookcases. The amount of work and time and effort into making these bookcases, considering each one needed 3 leather for it. So I had to grow enough cows to give me 3 leather. And of course you don't get 1 leather per cow. Quite often you don't get any leather from a cow. So it took a long time to get all these bookcases. And the idea was just to give me a place to store we enchant books, you see. So I wanted somewhere where I could store my enchanted books. I'll turn them up into feather falling 2, and then eventually when I got enough I'll turn them up into feather falling 4s, etc. Nice little place. You can come and sit down in front of the lovely little fire here, fireplace. Again, back before carpets were in the game, so I had to do it this way. And you can come up and you can walk around the upper levels and look on the bookcases. And you'll see why, like I say, why I hate... Can I do that? No, come on now. Why I hate bookcases. Well, no, I don't. I love them. I love them. But it'll be a while before I enjoy making them again after making this many. Yeah. That took quite a while. Let's go around and see. As you can see, everywhere on the top is fully lit up, so there is no spawning space at all for anything. Nothing can spawn in here. The only thing that happens is that baby zombies can sometimes glitch out from the gap in here. Because if you notice, I don't know whether or not you'll be able to see any do it yet now, just because I want to illustrate it, but sometimes mobs sink into the hoppers a little bit. But the baby zombies shouldn't be able to fit through there, but they can, but they do. Anyway. And the music room is exactly 35 blocks below the first level of spawning platforms in the hive, well, spawning cells in the hive, because 35 blocks seems to be a really sweet spot, and you will get quite fast spawn rates if you're 35 blocks away from where you're spawning. Well, let's go down here again now. Here's a map of the hive. That's a map of it. There's the nether sphere. There's the bridle path leading off, and the tree farm, pumpkins and melons there, and the mushrooms here. So we've got more to see yet. Let's go in the storeroom and my experimentation room. There's a little simple redstone clock, and this I was playing with the other night on armour dispensers, but I've taken this away to build the stuff I was playing with this. This is Frank. Hi Frank. He's been in here a long time now. I didn't put a sign up for when I adopted him. I'm so sorry I didn't. Poor guy's been wandering around in here for a very, very long time. I just keep all my items in here. Lava buckets, signs, my obsidian. That's going to become quite valuable in a bit once the enchanting rules change. Redstone, etc. Potions. Anything I want I can get from in here. And I keep it in different, stacks of different chests to store it. And yes, more coal in here. Just beginning to expand the storage out here because I had filled those chests, but I've used up a lot of it since. We'll go out the back of here. Up this way is the automatic cactus farm. At the moment I've got it set to harvesting, so as the cactus grows it gets sheared off when it touches the blocks, but I can turn it off so it won't harvest any more cactus if I don't want it to, but I'm still collecting cactus. Oh, my cart stopped. Wonder why you stopped. Huh. I'll have to go and fix that. That just gets washed off into a channel here, washed along into some hoppers, and then auto collects inside the chests. I'll take you around to a new section. First off, I'll show you this. This is the coloured clay rooms and everything. I built this. When did I build this? 25th of October I built this. So that's a good harvest. Well, it was at the time you couldn't harvest it. Clay biomes weren't in it. You had to make this. You had to make this clay then. But as you can see out there, maybe, I've got a hole going down into the ocean floor and a minecart system coming up. That minecart actually should be running. I've never seen it stop before. Typical. I want to show you it stop, but it should just ride up, empty itself, and then ride back down. And then if there's nothing there, it'll just continue moving. If it is something there, it will stop until it's filled up, and then it will bring it all back up. Cocoa bean farm. Just press a button, the wall shifts, and everything comes off, and just put it all back. Further around this way now. This is a glass minecart bridge that goes off another couple of thousand blocks into the distance to a village. I don't know whether I'll have time to show you that or not, but hope so, because it's got a beautiful church. I built one of my favourite builds is a church there. This is where the automatic automatic minecart dumps off anything that isn't cobble, comes into this chest, and then I take it from there and sort it. This way, oh, I'm so sad this doesn't work anymore. This was my chicken breeder. An update's broken that. But up above there, all the way up there, there's a pool. I don't know if I can get up there and show you. I haven't got my feather falling boots on. I'll have to remember I haven't got my feather falling boots on. But there's a pool up there with about 50 chickens in. And they're up there so that I don't have to listen to them. The eggs fall down into this chute here, down in here through hoppers, come down into all these chests and begin to fill up these chests. Yeah. Once the chests get full, I then think, right, I've got enough eggs, but I don't want them clogging up everything, so I then have an automatic disposal that pumps out an egg onto the cactus, disposes it, makes room for more eggs coming in. Don't know whether I should go up here or not. That's just the circuit there. You see that it rose up because another egg arrived that it doesn't want. It keeps pumping out the eggs. The eggs are flowing down still. If it doesn't want them, it comes up and ejects an egg,